I would like to see that happen to a Stan Van Gundy coach team.
You're going to have your shirt tucked in? What? You gotta be ready. We don't want to win. I can't play you. We don't want to win.
Stan, yo.
Come on.
That would not go over well with SVG. I'm just saying. That would be epic.
Oh, Karan told me they were killing me last night.
We were talking about this last night. We were over here, and it's not that far down the hall. I didn't hear them laughing at you. We were laughing in our own right about the, Chris Paul basically saying to Jordan Bell, hey, this shirt's untucked.
Yeah, look, you can't make that call at that point in the game. And look, and I understand the NBA will back up Scott Foster. Scott Foster may be the best official in that league right now. He's outstanding. You can't make that call. There's the rule book. And then there's what the great officials do, just like the great players. It's winning time right now. You can't let that be a factor in a game. In Scott's defense, he probably didn't think it would be a factor because all Karl Anthony Towns had to do was miss the free throw. Or if he's going to make it, they could actually organize their defense a little bit, so they still could have won, and Scott probably thought he could get away with that call. I'm sure he wasn't happy at the end of it that call helped decide the game.
Karan, we said this yesterday, though. We were showing your face. You're so happy, smiling all the time.
Oh, always. That's how I always was.
Docile tone. Nobody's at home like needing.
That's how I was when I coached Karan.
We had Tibbs in here. I'm like, what? This guy's like just a marshmallow. He's just the nicest guy. And these guys don't yell at anybody.
And if Karan made a mistake, I'd bring him over with a smile and say, hey, maybe you could do this a little better.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It's two sides of the story. So
one of the best coaches I ever had, though. Hands down. Seriously.
And we'd show you a lot of the footage, but as I said yesterday, a lot of it's been beeped out for the kids who are watching, so you can see some of it. We show you might want to do the same to the Pelicans and censor what they got to watch with Luka.
Come
on.
That's just so easy for him. Look at
this is just insane.
Come on.
Coach, he did that in stride.
No, he just did. He didn't even think.
Slow or both. I mean, he just
look at this,
like he's
and his range is incredible. Right? He'll become a more consistent shooter, but range is never going to be an issue.
Ron, how much do you marvel at his age as you see going the other way and the Pels hanging in it? Just how slow the game is for him. Forget how slow he is.
Look, he's playing the game at his speed always. Look, he's getting the opportunities. He's maximizing the opportunities. He's creating opportunities for other people. That's Coach Guy right there, Boban.
My man.
I feel like I can do a Shaq you rang. Inside Doncic, easy, lead 11. But it was a Boban night. He had 15, 16 boards. More Doncic spin cycle. And the touch.
Well, it was 40-14 in the third quarter.
Is that good?
They just blew this open.
That's kind of like the Georgia LSU game.
He's making it look very easy here.
You've seen a lot of different variables. Like
look at that.
You see sides on him.
That, though, right?
Look at that.
He's laughing. He's chilling with ice on in the fourth.
Yeah, that's load management right there. Win by 46 and play 26 minutes.
That's the right load management.
That's exactly right. 26 minutes to get 26.6 rebounds.
This team follows his lead, and think about the age of the one leading them. As far as, look, ageless wonder, I don't care how old he is. Boban, we talk a lot about the personality, but the game is there. And, Coach, listen to your former player after the win.
Cuban just walked by and was chanting MVP towards you, Boban. How did that make you feel?
Oh, feel amazing. First time on TV. Hi, mom. Hi, dad. Hi, family. I'm here in Dallas.
Look, that was your first double-double since last season when you got it against New Orleans. What do you have against these guys?
I don't know. It's just like my job just to go on the court and play basketball. This just happened to be them. I think we play great basketball so far. We have game tomorrow, same. Like we need to be ready, rest for tomorrow, and let's go, keep it going.
You're part of that great stretch in the second quarter where you guys kind of opened up the lead. What happened there in the second quarter to allow you to do that?
I think we play tough. We play really tough. Make all plays, make all through, all work for us, and we make some shots. And thanks God we win.
Awesome. Thank you, Boban.
Thank you very much.
All right, there is Boban. And look, we've seen him play well and shoot well. It was really good for you. Think about Philly. And we were talking about, the skill level. Give people a sense of this, Coach.
No, listen. The guy can really shoot the ball out to about 18 feet. He's a great free throw shooter. He's an outstanding passer. In fact, one of the things you go through coaching him is to get him to understand how unstoppable he is down low. He wants to pass the ball. Like, no, my man, you're within 4 feet of the basket. Nobody can stop you. Shoot it. Last time I checked, and it's been a while, he doesn't play a lot of minutes. The most efficient offensive player in the history of the NBA. And listen, if you don't have a guy, and New Orleans didn't today, Jackson Hayes, Jahlil Okafor, if you don't have a guy who can pull him away from the basket so that you can play him on the offensive end, it's make or miss. It's make or miss. There's nothing you can do against him to stop him.
Coach, imagine if he was born in an era where you play a ton of half-court basketball.
Oh, my gosh.
And you just featured him and go through.
Absolutely. Look, I feel like one of the things coming out of my time in Detroit, you always evaluate yourself. I should have played him more. I really should have. And I think there's other coaches would say the same thing because, as a coach, you tend to think about at the defensive end of the floor all the time, and he can be a problem there. But the man's unstoppable and unselfish in the whole thing. I wish I would have played him more.
And efficient, and if he's unstoppable, then Luka basically is an Avenger at this point.
Yes.
I don't even know what we're supposed to say about him. Knowing how difficult the game truly is, what's it like watching how easy, at this point in his career this early, he seems to make it look, Karan?
Look, it's special. Look, you talk about being 20 years old and thinking about some of the all-time greats at the age of 20 that we've seen in the past. Immediately, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, and I think Luka. And he's just ready, man. He plays his own game, plays at his own pace. He makes other people better. You put sides on him, he goes by him. If you put, someone smaller on him, he still can go to his spots and be extremely efficient. He's special.
And I hope he keeps I know it's not as important, but he's that confident, super confident guy. That's why he's trusted. But he's got that humble, that humility, that nature of loving the game. It's part of what makes you kind of root for him. I hope he keeps that.
Well, but it's the way he has been prepared for the NBA. Nobody's come into this league as a star at a young age more prepared than he is. This guy was playing in huge games. Like, you even think about our college stars who come out and say have played in the Final Four and things like that. They've played against guys who at the most were 3 years older than them, right? That's what they've played against. This guy's playing in front of rabid fans, and he's playing against guys 15 years older than him. The pressure he's been under as a young player, this is nothing to him in terms of pressure playing in the NBA. And that's why I think you see his level of poise and control during a game at a young age. We have never had a more prepared young player come into this league.
The analysis, the calm, and the serenity of Stan Van Gundy. We got more coming up. No Jay Rich on the Philly side, and no Kevin Love as we wait to see how available he might be. We are ready and available for you. It is game time, getting ready for this matchup. Casey Stern, Tough Juice himself. Whenever you think you can't, you can. Karan Butler. And, of course, the man, which is why he doesn't have to wear a tie, Stan Van Gundy. We got a lot to get to. Home is where the heart is. It's also where most of the wins are for the Sixers, who on the road. I mean, this is like, if you're a family member, you're feeling good about this, Karate. You enjoy being around. You don't want to be on the road. You're not playing as well.
Look, they play extremely well at home. As you can see, the numbers don't lie. 10-0 at home, but on the road is where they have their problems. And, I was thinking about the game that they had against Washington, and Washington is the team that shows no restraint on the defensive end of the floor. And they still wasn't able to get a quality win against a below 500 basketball team.
Brett Brown going to try and steal their home pillows, bring them to the hotels. Here he is before the game.
Well, the last time we played wasn't a good night. I think defensively it was one of our poorest nights. And tonight we're coming home. We're trying to hold serve here on our home court. Cleveland has bothered us the last time they were here in Philadelphia. And I think that they're a young team that is dangerous, and they have guards that can really score. And so all of that is very much on my mind.
Well, on the mind for the Sixers, how often, Coach, are we going to actually get the guys we're supposed to have this continuity with on the floor at the same time? We were talking about that last week. I think it was at the time maybe 8-9 games. Now Embiid out. We know Richardson came back at a 30-point game, got hurt again. He's still out with the hammy issue as well.
Yeah, look, I think with the Embiid thing, it's the biggest question surrounding the Philadelphia 76ers is, can Joel Embiid stay truly healthy and in shape over the course of a season to be able to help them get to where they want to go. But I will give them credit. It was one of the big reasons they went out and signed Al Horford. He can come and play with Joel Embiid, but he can also be that quality center on the nights that Embiid sits out.
Yeah, and I think they changed a lot, with their offense to cater to his style and getting him into the paint as much as possible. You saw last season he was living on the perimeter, and in the pace they was top 10 in pace last season, and catering to Ben Simmons and him going downhill. Now this season, they're I think top 20, but on the low end of that, and they also getting him a lot of touches.
When Embiid's on the floor, defensively, their rating is way better. Offensively, they score better. When